Good morning. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here's Brennan with today's announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, October 3rd, and it's a white day. Attention students, keeping kids safe is what we like to do in the Fieldhouse. When traveling around campus, please remember to enter the Fieldhouse through the front lobby entrance only. The back doors by the Moore Center should only be used for exiting. Juniors and seniors, Clark University and Connecticut College are on campus today for a visit. Please see Naviance or Mrs. LeBounty for details and to register. Be sure to check in with your teacher before attending. A reminder that today's Hills meeting will be D Block in the Alumni Gym. Students who have Class D Block are encouraged to attend their class or get permission from their D Block teacher. We will be reflecting on the start to this year, introducing some new Hills opportunities and planning for Spirit Week. Student government will meet today after school in floor basement. Please contact Mr. Ryan with any questions. Attention seniors. Today is your last day to sell Patriot raffle tickets. Full day. Do your part. Call grandma, go see your uncle, ask the mail delivery person. You can sell a ticket or you could even buy a ticket. Remember, our class goal is that every senior sells at least one ticket. You have today and tomorrow to help support your class by doing so don't wait. The Math Club invites you to participate in Competition 1 of the New England Math League. This competition will be held from 8 to 8:30 on Tuesday, October 15th in South Church Basement. This is the first of 6 competitions throughout the year, and prizes will be awarded to the top cumulative score from each class after the last competition in March. Sign up by scanning a QR code on one of the flyers around campus or speak to Mr. Badgley in Severance for more details. Spots are limited. JV and varsity volleyball would like to remind you of their rematch against BFA this Saturday, October 5th. JV will play at 11:30 and varsity will play at 1. Wear white and bring your spirit and your voice. It wouldn't be a Thursday without a joke from Mr. Camellia. I want to thank the Merriam-Webster for teaching me the word plethora. It means a lot. Happy birthday today to Aiden Bocage, Mira Garnes, Christian Rutherford, and a special happy birthday today to Harley Ann White from your sister. Happy birthday. Today in sports, we have girls golf at West Bolton at 4. Please release the team at 12:45. JVB girls soccer versus U32 at 4, and varsity volleyball versus Randolph at 6. Thank you and have a great day.
And in sports, a couple of late announcements. Varsity field hockey picked up another win at North Country yesterday. Samara Rutledge and Rowan Tomchak earned our second shutout of the season. Goals were scored by Molly Kimber, assisted by Ella Blanchard, and Meredith Roy, assisted by Elizabeth Molina. The JV team also played strong and fast with a hat trick from Brooklyn Zhang and a goal each from Nakia Bossman and Claire Trojano. Congratulations to both teams. In boys golf, Will Eaton finished as the runner-up in a field of 65, shooting a 1 over par in the Division I golf qualifiers. With that runner-up finish, Will qualified for the state tournament next week. The Hilltopper team did not qualify as a team and fell shy by 12 team strokes to the qualifier. So congratulations, boys, on a great season, and good luck to Will. And just 2 housekeeping announcements. So as I stand at the front of chapel, as we get a little further into the semester, I noticed that some of you try to push the last minute. You can come into chapel and still be on time. So please don't forget that As soon as whoever is running chapel steps on stage, if you're not yet in your seat, your advisor is going to ask you to go check in at the main office. So please be on time. Some of you are getting very, very close to not being on time. And secondly, I want to remind us as a community that this year, as we put in place an enhanced cell phone policy, our goal was for this community to have great opportunities in learning. And we want you again, remind you again, that we want you to be heads up, and we want you to face one another, be communicative, and by and large, the results have been really, really positive, but we're starting to see some trends. And so we went within about a week, we went from 20 recorded incidents of cell phone misuse on campus. That total number jumped to almost 90 within just a week. So we are serious about this. We want a great learning environment for you. So please remember, the phones need to be off and in your bags. So don't be surprised if you have a phone in a pocket, if a teacher asks you to go take it down to student life. Again, this is for our community and for our good learning. So thank you for your attention to that. And now it's my pleasure to turn the stage over to some students. So I'm going to ask you to welcome the Student Diversity Council.
All right, good morning. I'm Dylan.
Morning, my name's Justice.
And I'm Joy.
My name's Sean.
My name's Zuri, and we're from Bermuda. Morning, morning.
Hi, my name is Gustavo. I'm from Brazil, in Portuguese High School, and good morning is bom dia.
My name is Zarina. And my name is Sasha, and I'm from UK. Kia guys. My name is Hannah, and I'm from Hungary.
Hola. My name is Pepe, and I'm from Spain.
Buenos días.
Cheers! My name's Andrew North. I'm here from the UK. Lauren, Sevels.
Good morning.
I'm Coco. I'm Val.
I'm Sophia.
And we're from Germany.
All right, so we are all members from Student Diversity Council. So you might be wondering, what is Student Diversity Council? So Student Diversity Council is a student-led diversity organization at the Academy. Our aim as an organization is to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion by honoring, celebrating, and listening to the many voices and experiences that make up our community. We are made up of voluntary student representatives from different affinity groups on campus, and anyone can join.
Okay, so what does Student Diversity Council do? At SDC, we seek to accomplish our mission through school-wide events like Culture Fest on Spring Day, encouraging and guiding chapel speakers, and holding support forums for representing SJA at regional and national conferences like Student Diversity Leadership Conference.
Who can join Student Diversity? Everyone can join Student Diversity Council. There are no requirements to come, and tell your friends to come.
So our upcoming events are over the next few weeks. Student Diversity Council will be holding elections for officers this school year. The positions will be president, vice president, and secretary/treasurer. Anyone who will regularly attend meetings and cares about our mission can run. If you're interested, please come to our informational meeting on the 9th of October. If you don't want to run but still care about our mission, you can vote. Listen in for announcements for updates about the date.
When do we meet? We meet every other Wednesday directly after school in Ranger 210. Our next meeting will be on October 9th. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks for your good work, and thanks for the invitation as well. I hope you see many more at your next meetings. Now, in the next part of our social studies speaker series, it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Ms. Beck.
Oh, it's so tiny. All right, good morning. So today I'm here to talk to you about the 1960 campaigns and their influence on modern day politics. This is actually a topic I researched when I took U.S. history as a student here with Mr. Eckhart, which sparked my interest in U.S. politics and eventually led me to study political science at UVM, and now work as a history teacher to educate you all on government and your power within it. I was captivated by how politicians can focus more on their image to connect with citizens than on their actual policies. One of the most iconic figures to master this approach was President JFK. So he's the one on your left here. So let me set the scene for you. It's 1960, and Richard Nixon, who's on your right, is running as the Republican candidate against Democrat John F. Kennedy. For the first time in American history, their debate would be broadcast live on national TV with over 65 million Americans tuning in. So real quick, civic engagement test. Who watched the vice presidential debate 2 nights ago? Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, so this was a turning point in American politics. The desire for a candidate to sound good and look good on TV became more important than ever. Instead of focusing solely on issues, candidates now use television to craft their image and connect with voters on a more personal level. Before the debate, Nixon was the frontrunner. But on that day, recovering from illness, he appeared pale and tired on the screen, constantly wiping his nose. I mean, look how appealing that looks right there, right? Meanwhile, Kennedy knew how important it was that he looked good. He spent the day relaxing by the pool and arrived looking tan, confident, and composed. He even arrived early to make sure he had better lighting than Nixon. One of the most fascinating takeaways from the 1960 debate is that people who listened to it on the radio thought Nixon had won, but those who watched it on TV overwhelmingly favored Kennedy. This marked the beginning of the powerful role image plays in politics. Moving forward, Nixon had TV ads of him sitting in a chair talking about his policies and goals, where Kennedy created cartoon ads with jingles that provided no political information whatsoever. But guess what? People preferred Kennedy's ads. With the rise of social media over the last couple decades, it's easy to get distracted by a politician's image, but what really matters are their beliefs, values, and policy, not just their good looks. And hey, I get it, we're all busy. It can feel overwhelming to take the time to educate yourself on every candidate from president to state treasurer. But over the past few weeks teaching government to my 9th graders, the biggest thing I've emphasized is the government works for you. Think of it like being the CEO or boss of a company. Would you hire someone just because they look nice on their Facebook and their resume looks pretty decent? No, right? You'd interview them. Fact check what they tell you. Reach out to past employers. You should approach politicians the same way. Up until now, you've probably spent the last 15 to 18 years being, well, kids, But now, it's your turn to start thinking about your political stance, or maybe even vote this year. Politicians are the ones doing the heavy lifting, debating, drafting laws, and making decisions. Your job is to educate yourself on the candidates and choose the ones who best represent you. And that education shouldn't come from Instagram posts or TV ads. As Mr. Quinn said to you last week, there are so many different forms of media out there, and they are not all credible. Instead of using the most convenient news source, dig deeper and make informed decisions. Politicians use media to create an image that they think will connect with the most voters possible. This can be a nice starting point to get a general outline of a candidate, but not the final assumption. Instead, look at voting records, proposed policy, commentary, and the origin of the candidate. JFK would go on to win the presidency as the first ever Catholic and Irish president in US history, which was a huge milestone. But there is no question in my mind that this would not have happened without his strong use of media, emphasizing his charismatic personality and highlighting his good looks. In the years going forward, I urge you to do proper research. It might feel like a lot, but democracy only works when every voter is civically engaged. We don't have to be the people who work 12-plus-hour days making policy and voting on it, but we have to clock into work every November, and I promise our country will be better off for it. Remember, if you don't take action, you are being acted upon. Identify your needs and do quality research on the candidates that will best represent you. Thank you.
Ms. Beck, thank you. Appreciate your message. Thank you for giving us some thought-provoking history and also a good call out for us to be thoughtful as we go through these next weeks. So do indeed be well-informed consumers of who your next leader and leaders, plural, are going to be. Have a great day, faculty.